Salutations, respects to all the wonderful sadhakas and gratitudes to and hearty wishes and prayers that everything falls in line for our spiritual doings and reachings. The 12 Vyaktitvas, Loka Seva, Dharma Sthapana, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Jignasu, Mumukshu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerana, Shanta Swabhava. The six sources Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, Swaguru, Acharyas, Deha, Indriya, Antakarana, Deha, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Antakarana, Devatas. Then the mother with three Shaktis with her, and in that also the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, asking her to bless us with Sattva Guna, and in that only the Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Praying to her, she will bless. Then the Ishvara, our own Ishtadevata, who is being explained as the soul, all powerful, to bless any jiva, even keeping away the prarabdha, whose worship is said to be so essential. Yesterday we heard this from the Dattatreya Bhagwan telling to Parashuramji, as was told by Hema Lekha to Hema Chuda in Tripura Rahasya. So too our continuous tuning to the ultimate truth. Good, welcome. Let us again resume our study of Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Sambandha Bhashyam. Some more is there. Why you miss anything? Let us go through, taste everything as we have taken up the vrata of doing all Upanishads as much as possible with the Adi Shankara Bhashya. Some more slokas, beautiful, from the Brahma Purana, giving clearly, unambiguously the picture regarding sadhana. Then some more of this type will be given to us from Vishnu Dharma Purana also. In this way, Shankara is just imagine his love, kindness, compassion. That just is a Divya Shakti finding similar references authentic from Shruti Smriti Purana and putting in front of the hesitating sadhakas who intellectually are able to understand to some extent, but still some doubts are there. Then when this Shastra authority is given, there is some more chances given for those students, sincere only, but are suffering because of their own some inner limitations. They can be answered with this. है ना, श्रुति ने कहा, गुरु ने कहा, लॉजिकली ये है, एग्जाम्पल ये है, करके देखो अनुभव आएगा. These are the 5 ways the gurus go on telling us. You and I as listeners, disciples, sadhakas, all of these we have to take help of consciously to develop our conviction regarding our goal and means. And unfortunately, the conviction regarding goal and means is hit continuously again by some or the other outer or inner obstacles, problems. We should be able to negotiate through all of them and maintain that inspiration to reach the goal and walk on the path with conviction. सडनली नहीं होता हो, अनफॉर्चुनेटली हो गया ऐसा लगता है आज in good mood of Satoguna. Tomorrow again some other mind comes in us, and then we again create have doubt, like our class every day. एक दिन इंटरेस्ट है, एक दिन नहीं है, एक आधा इंटरेस्ट है, बहुत इंटरेस्ट है. Our other upasanas, anushtana also. One day fully inspirationally we do, other day under compulsion we do. Some other day we can't escape, therefore we do. So different, it goes on throughout. So you and I as listeners, lucky that blessed by these Upanishads and especially Shwethashwathara, in which exhaustive Sambandha Bhashya. It is discussed one time, first time, two, three more times when we study. The total required sufficient data comes for us to stably be on the path. What's required is be on the path, but stably also. Keep on moving also. That's what is the purpose behind all gurus, all acharyas giving us their respective texts or giving commentaries to us on the already existing Shruti Smruti. So wonderful portion it is, but we have to be attentive. Always remember anything we do, either listen to class, do sadhana. At that time we are fully attentive. We are doing human service to ourselves. Let us study it. Let us do our sankalpa. Let us do our prarthana slightly. Before that, just 2 3 minutes of discussion. Like every day, today's discussion also something what we have seen just now. देखो, the physical health sound होना चाहिए. A sound health physical. One aspect if you take care, हो जाएगा क्या? How many things if you take care, then only 100% physical health is ensured. Hmm. Anywhere we go wrong, eating, let us say, eaten less or eaten more, or eaten wrong food or not eaten the correct food. Timings are different. That is enough for imbalance of the health, isn't it? It's a mastery to be able to have the sound physical health. So too the amount of works we do, the amounts of rests we take. One has to be absolutely calculative, conscious of everything. Then only the benefit of enjoying sound health for long time. This aspect also we neglect a lot, therefore we suffer. All that is us shows that how bewakuf we are in every aspect. Same way, the financial health. Is it just like an accident? No, no. It is a big art again. The financial sound health calls for so many abilities, talents, and we have to work with them in the chosen profession, isn't it? And once the money starts coming, saving it, protecting it, investing it rightly, isn't it? And managing it correctly. देखते हुए कि क्या लगातार the rules and laws are changing of finances in the country. Whether it's a tax system, जो भी है अभी. अब इन सबको समझकर प्रॉपरली जो मैनेज करेगा, he will have financial health sound. Otherwise, suddenly one day इतना पैसा है, लगता है मैं क्या करूं, that tension. Another day, wrong place invested, everything gone. That is unbearable pain. Somewhere invested but proper profit नहीं आया. Time जा रहा है, मेहनत हो रहा है. Isn't it? Financial sound health is something very intelligent. An intelligent person does not invest everything he has got. Only minimum he starts investing and tries to get more profits than investment, then only he expands. Keeps his main capital or amount intact. कि चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए इसमें, मेरा जिंदगी को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होना चाहिए. Isn't it? In the same way, the most toughest is the relational sound health. In all our relations with the living beings, the sound health is such a tough thing. Earlier, the finances and all were jada, we can deal it with them easily. Body also अपना ही है, कुछ हद तक कर सकते. But when it comes to relations, it is with other living beings who are as stupid or wise like us, who are as egoistic or non-egoistic like us, who is as adamant as we are, who also expect rights as we expect. बहुत tough challenge होता है. It's a big art, the relational sound health. One or two it may click, but in every other place we have to, isn't it? In many people's case, with parents they are good, but not with wife and children. Some places with wife, children good, but not with parents. कहीं दोनों ठीक होते लेकिन with brothers, sisters there is problem, isn't it? Or some relations, or some neighbors, या colleagues, कहीं ना कोई फंसे ही रहते हैं. Not an easy art, and that also calls for every moment's matured steps taken. Vocally also, you can't talk in one wrong word. Now you see in the politics, the ruling party, कुछ भी एक बात कहे, the opposition like the jackals and vultures, how they are trying to attack. Somehow power से निकाल देना. Because after this 5 years तक फिर से हमको सड़े पड़े रहना पड़ेगा, कुछ भी करके टॉपल कर दो. What a poisonous sentences vocally they are saying. बाप रे, इतने लेवल तक गिर जाते हैं कि their own personal values or goals, they sacrifice even that also for the sake of arrogance and all that. Terrible. Very powerful. Means what? Words have to be so, because word is more powerful than the sword. The word sword will cut only the body, but the sword will cut the entire personality, entire relation. एक छोटा शब्द. In relations we are talking. That may be the international, national, everywhere. I was observing the other day, the MEA responding to the America's threatening of sanctions. If we establish our Chabhar corridor with the Iran, his response was कितना एक एक word measure करके slowly was talking, so that our opinion also is conveyed as well as their question or doubt also is answered. It was tough. एक थोड़ा गलत बोला ना फिर पूरा इंटरनेशनल इश्यू होता है. Yesterday the Prime Minister was again, what I say, refreshing his opinion, what he said about the religious quota and all. एक शब्द भी थोड़ा गलत बोला, गड़बड़ होता है relations में. And then the thing which we never understand in relations is all our outer words and all our outer actions depend on our inner relations and intentions. Without purifying at that level, we can never have healthy sound relation with the relations around. Either some outer chaos we create in the mutual relation, or create dukkha in the people around, or we ourselves suffer because of them. Is the highest art it is. In many cases, you do nothing wrong, yet people will misunderstand and they suffer. Like Ram ji ka case, dekho. What galat he has done? He has got that viveka, vairagya, therefore he is not involving in anything. But the people think that he is abnormal or something wrong and they suffer. अब देखो वो क्या कर सकते हैं? And he can't convey what he has got to them, because if that is told, what is in his mind, the viveka vairagya, the unprepared minds of parents and all of them take it more negatively and they suffer more. चुप्पा रहो तो पता ही नहीं इसको क्या हुआ. Only that much dukkha will be there. But if he tells, what is he telling now to his gurus about his Viveka and Vairagya, they will suffer more. अरे मेरे बेटे को क्या हो गया, अरे ये इतना अच्छा राजा बनकर, he will give us joy. That's what we thought. ये तो बाजा बन रहा है या बाबा बन रहा है. Isn't it? Our spiritual sadhanas, we should not tell to other immature people. Either they get frustrated or jealousy, or they feel ये कुछ abnormal हो रहा है. I know that is the reason why you don't tell about our classes to your friends and relatives. है ना? When you tell, they say क्या हो गया, अभी तुम्हारा उम्र 90 साल ही है, अभी 200 साल जीना क्या जल्दी है. Isn't it? And you feel managed. चुप, I am attending class स्वामी जी, पहले मेरे को रियलाइज होने दो. एक बार 2 बार मैंने कहने का कोशिश की, बट द इनर थिंग इज व्हाट, वो हैरान हो जाएंगे. बिकॉज इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड बीइंग स्पिरिचुअल इज मोस्ट एबनॉर्मल. एक्चुअली मैं, मेरे ड्रीम क्या होता है पता है? Everyone who has got the age of 60, 62, all of them in the whole world should be moving in a sannyasi dress, becoming sannyasi. I always remember and extend ना, वो तो बुद्धिस्ट लोग होते हैं ना, सारे एक सिलेंडर की तरह ड्रेस पहनकर घूमते रहते. All Hindus beyond 60 should be pakka sannyasi, doing their sadhana, and with their sadhana shakti bless the whole country and humanity and world and spirituality. कोई मेट्रो ट्रेन जा रहा है तो उसमें 50% सन्यासीज होना चाहिए. एनी शॉपिंग मॉल देखो, जरूरत की 40%, 30%. क्यों? बिकॉज आफ्टर दैट एज दे हैव टू बी लाइक दैट. दे हैव टू ट्राई फॉर द इनर थिंग. इजंट इट? ऐसा है ही नहीं, इसलिए रियल एक्चुअल साधु सन्यासी आल्सो आने को डरते हैं सिटी में, सोसाइटी में, जो हमको टीच कर सकते हैं. दैट्स माय गोल. बाय द वे, आई एम टेलिंग, वी हैव ए फियर. So many that way, what I am telling are. So for anything to be sound, the physical, the financial, the relational, it is not an ordinary art. Now, how much the intellect has to have the information and vigorous contemplation, clarity of every aspect, and planning and implementation to achieve these things. All those Shaktis are dormant in us. Bringing them out is the purpose of human evolution, way of human evolution. Now, as much these things are so important in the Vyavahara, so is in spirituality. For the spiritual sound health also. Actually, we have to talk this one, but we give some examples before that. Is a big, big art. It's not just accidental. It's not just throw the ring, gira to gira, nahi to nahi. It is as perfect as an army person shooting with his rifle the target. An archer shooting the target with his bow and arrow. He cannot miss the target. That's it. He has to hit only. That much perfect has to be the thing. Then only the spiritual health will be very sound. Any aspect not taken proper care, that is enough to dent our entire system of spirituality. कोई भी ऐसे कोई सब्जी में कोई एक चीज कम ज्यादा हो गया, you will not have a perfect taste. In a building construction, anywhere you go wrong, right from basement up to the finishing, perfection will not be there. है क्या? गलत सीमेंट डाल दी या कम डाला, ज्यादा डाला, कुछ भी करो फिर वो गड़बड़ होता है. That's the difference between an Indian and a Western ways of taking care of things. Luckily आजकल वो इंडिया में भी हो रहा है. In the Western thing, never they have the concept of काम चलाओ. They say काम perfectly करो. For everything, even murder करना है तो perfect करें, cheating करना है तो very systematic. Services ultimate, the medical services, all of. क्या स्पिक स्पैन बढ़िया होता है. इंडिया में क्या ना, काम चलाओ, इससे कुछ भी डाल दो, रोड बना दो, 3 दिन में खराब हो जाता है. कुछ भी डालो, बिल्डिंग बनाओ, 2 महीने में इट स्टार्ट शोइंग द क्रैक्स. हाउ वर्स्ट लो क्वालिटी हमारा इंडिया में होता था. Now people are becoming wise because Indians are going to West. They are learning the perfections in practice from them. So competing with them, inspired also in everything, we are also becoming better. अदर काम चलाओ टाइप होता था हमारा, हर एक चीज, उससे काम नहीं बनता. Fully importance has to be given every aspect. Spirituality also. Therefore, what are the various things which include the spirituality and need for spiritual evolution? All of them we have to come to know. And all of them we must give importance. And in all of them we have to master. Then only the comprehensive way the spiritual personality will grow in us. पहले वो बातें क्या है वो हमको सुनने को ही टाइम नहीं होता. अब समझे कब? That's why people, how much highly qualified, intelligent, from the worldly perspective, worldly goals. अब स्पिरिचुअलिटी में देखा जाए तो वही लोग बैंकरप्ट होते, ABCD भी नहीं पता. You and I are, through regular study of Shastra, trying to achieve this only. Still, it has not come. Yes, for years we have spent every day so many classes, which is very minimum, not maximum, because we are seeing the result of it. How many of the convictions or the visions or all of them have come in us? How come? So that shows how much more we have to put efforts and what to talk about if we don't put even these efforts. Totally the worldly animalistic life only. वही चलता रहेगा. हाँ, you may get sukha and bhoga with your intelligence by earning artha and kama. That any animal does it. So we should pray to the Lord, to the Guru, to give us that vast, all round understanding about what it means when we have to be, first of all, a perfect human being, then what it means to be a perfect spiritual seeker. Understanding, planning systematically, resources fully managed, gathered, then consciously working every moment. इसमें जितना परफेक्शन लाते हैं उतना पक्का और जल्दी we get the results. Like in anything, like you want to go to pilgrimage. Pilgrimage can be achieved by many ways. Like a third rate way also we can go, a first class way also we can go. A third rate way is what? बस सेल्फी फोटो लेने के लिए जा रहे, कुछ मौजा मस्ती के लिए जा रहे, या कोई शॉपिंग के लिए जा रहे, या to claim that we also went to that place, we go there, or nothing to do, we go there. These are all the third rate ways. Pilgrimage, पिकनिक के लिए जाओ ऐसा तो, not from for the तीर्थ यात्रा. The तीर्थ यात्रा का attitudes are different, plannings are different. It's totally a different exercise altogether. कोई चार धाम यात्रा जा रहे तो जिंदगी भर के लिए ऐसा अनुभव होना चाहिए. That calls for lot of intense inner thinking, planning and execution. Otherwise, physically जाके आए. Physically, the bus driver also goes and comes. Even mules go every day 2-3 times. Kedarnath. Isn't it? They go every day. Like that पूरा सीजन में हो, मानो 6 महीने का सीजन है तो 180 इंटू 2 350 बार जाके आते हैं. But they are mule only. Isn't it? Because their only job is to carry people, nothing other than that. So too, the people whose minds are very gross, they can't get true benefit of Tirtha Yatra. It is a different exercise altogether. इस तरह से spirituality का भी, it is not a just simple thing. It is for the sound spiritual evolution. Every aspect has to be known and every aspect has to be taken care of. Nothing can be. So generally these 6 things we can talk about, which we everyday talk only. First and foremost is our duties in the world. Dharma. They can never be neglected. That's the first and foremost. If I have not done the duty of my service to my parents, I'll not be given an entry only into spirituality. I mean, do every natak. Doing natak of coming to class, studying the books, doing puja, going to temple, ये सब दिल बहलाना है, इसमें कुछ होता नहीं spirituality. थोड़ा सा मे बी सम टाइम यू आर स्पेंडिंग फॉर इट, भगवान ऊपर से कहेगा अच्छा कोई मेहनत कर रहा है ना, 2 रोटी ज्यादा फेंको उसको, बस बस थोड़ा लोगों से नमस्कार चमत्कार दिला दो, बस उसको इतना ही। दैट इज नथिंग कॉल्ड एज स्पिरिचुअलिटी इन इट। Seva, sorry, dharma to the world, we have to do it consciously. Consciously, everything. Only positive things I am talking, not the other avoidable things. In the positive, when we say all avoidable are included in that. Like, जब कहा dharma is very important, it includes yeah, dharma should not be done that way. So it starts with clearing our all duties. Spirituality starts from there. That's why Bhagavan Krishna in Gita first told Arjuna apna dharma kar. Then comes the next one, the seva aspect. You know, the attitude of seva into the world, which is higher than the dharma. You know, that bhavana ki mai seva karu swami sachara bhagavanta. This is the only one which reduces our expectations, dependencies on the world, as well as removes that big obstacle called ego. Seva bhava. Not मैं सेवा कर रहा हूँ वाला ego. Then it's not seva at all. It is like politicians at the time of election. किसी के घर जाके चाय पियेंगे, खाना खाएंगे, ये उसमें कुछ नहीं है, वो तो जस्ट इलेक्शन स्टंट ओनली, वो पॉलिटिकल। इनसाइड भावना है ही नहीं है, तो इतना अब्स्ट्रक्ट नहीं करते हैं डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री का, मेकिंग सच सेंटेंसेस, टेरेबल इट इज। एनीवे, सो सेकंड वन इज व्हाट, दैट एटीट्यूड ऑफ सेवा, है ना। When we do that, it calls for again prema, the kshama. Then only you can do seva. It's a part of spiritual life, isn't it? Without that, the next evolution will not come. And the third next evolution is the values. Most important thing, which is the most neglected thing in today's world. In today's world, with all funny show off of spiritualities everywhere, what is missed, the most important thing is values. Nobody knows what are the values at all. Why the values have to be practiced? कहाँ पढ़ा रहे हैं हमको स्कूलों में, कॉलेजों में? Which are the movies nowadays showing clearly the values? Is not all the movies real? First, it should start. In this movie, these are the values we are depicting. The audience are expected to know. And these values are good for them, and their presence with these values adds to the beauty of nation. Our goal is to present these values to you. Only theory, if it is told, it may not click to you. Therefore, we are presenting them in the form of this movie. Please enjoy the movie, but don't miss to catch the values. ऐसा होना चाहिए ना. Toward the end again movie. Synopsis की तरह. Through this scene, this is the thought we want to convey. This is the other thing. Through that, this is the what we want to convey. Hope the audience have got it. Isn't it? होना चाहिए ना. But where are they? Totally degraded in us, in our values. I just know I was saying. Any values. Religious values are there, social values are there, constitutional values are there, personal values, relational values. कहाँ हम उनका अभ्यास कर रहे हैं बाबा? बस अर्थ एंड कामा has taken possession of our heart so much that we have stopped using intellect to think about values, just like animals. Do the animals have any values? No. The most important is the spiritual, cultural, traditional values. And in them, what are there are the human evolution values only. The third aspect, up to 78, 80s तक था ये थोड़ा values को importance देना. But thereafter, once materialism started becoming important, most devalued things are the values only. People stopped valuing parents and stopped expressing the value of parents through any love or concern, etc. आजकल तो और worst हो गया. Like that, you talk about values that are given in Gita in every chapter. Again, values are intellectual values, emotional values, values at the senses level, at the body level, in the world toward the objects, the values, how we have to be thankful and respectful to them, our values regarding people, our values in our different professions there. In that also, value toward the work, towards the colleagues, towards the boss. वो जो नॉर्म्स होते हैं, वैल्यूज होते हैं, इसको हमने ऐसे नजरअंदाज कर दिया. अरे, absolutely selected and deleted if any of the most beautiful file or folder of life is values. The bahus never have any now respect for the sasuma. Sasuma also have stopped seeing the bahu as daughters. Isn't it? The value for the company which is giving me salary and the boss gone. Only a matter of money. If anybody else offers little more money, kick this job, go there. So too that the value for the employee is gone. Somebody else works for me with less money, shunt away this fellow and appoint him. कितना हो गया ना बाप रे. So third aspect after the dharma and seva is values. Then comes the fourth one. धर्म हो गया, सेवा हो गया, values हो गए. The fourth one is the upasanas. स्पिरिचुअलिटी में उपासनास कितना important है. Because they are the only ones which divine eyes keep intact our health of the upadhis, keep them integrated, hold them from falling down. But here one thing I would say is start upasana if you have not. You are already doing, do it with total intent, powerful presence of the mind that these upasana devata or gurus, upasana I am doing for this particular blessing. Otherwise, the biggest crime we do again in our spirituality is in the upasanas only when we don't do it properly. Doing upasana is different, but doing it perfectly is different. No? Why did I make such a bold sentence that in the upasana only we do biggest crime? It is like you have invited a great Mahatma or Guru to your house and not at all taking care of him in every aspect. No, was it not better not to invite them than inviting and insulting? है कि नहीं? बेटर डोंट कॉल दैट महात्मा. अगर बुलाए उनको, यू डोंट टेक केयर ऑफ हिम, इसके रिक्वायरमेंट एटसेट्रा, इज मोर क्राइम. कोई महात्मा घर बुलाए, वो पानी नहीं दे रहे टाइम पे, चाय नहीं दे रहे, खाना नहीं दे रहे उनको, ठीक तरह नहीं दे रहे, दे भी रहे लेकिन जस्ट लाइक दैट. व्हाट दैट महात्मा बोले, अरे आया क्यों इस घर में, अपने आराम से अपने आश्रम में ठीक होता था. Unnecessarily I am in their house. Will he feel or not if we in that way? Exactly is the devatas when you do their upasana in this careless manner. No time is maintained, none of the dravyas are there, no systematic following, not even one mantra chanted properly, no attitude that I am worshipping the God in that idol or murti. और इसे सालों साल कर रहे हैं, इसलिए पहले एक हफ्ते में भगवान भागे, इधर है ही नहीं है. You are worshipping only the stones, and stones never respond. Then we say, Swamiji, I am doing puja every day, but I am not getting blessings. Who told you are doing puja? You are only offering water to a stone. Where is your attitude? Where is your that love? Where is your inclination inside? आज मैं अपने भगवान के और बढ़िया नैवेद्य बनाऊंगा और अच्छा फूल माला दूंगा. Today I'll spend 10 minutes extra and do some stotram for my Lord. I'll talk to him. I thank him. I'll extend gratitude for his whatever blessings he's giving. Is there any of these things we do? Just mechanically sit there, looking at cell phone, talking to somebody else, ऐसे और पानी डाल के भगवान को. Even in the big temples, etc. also, because those who do puja, they have to be matured, no? They are missing all this. That is why the Lord is not responding. अदरवाइज एक मंदिर में पूजा काफी नहीं क्या भगवान इनका इन्वोकेशन करके पूरा हिंदुइज्म सनातन धर्म को रीइंस्टेट करने के लिए और टू ब्रिंग द पीस एंड इंटीग्रिटी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. इज द पावर ऑफ द लॉर्ड लेस और व्हाट? इज इनफाइनाइटली पावरफुल, बट ही विल नॉट कम अनलेस वी इन्वोक हिम प्रॉपरली, whether it's for the totality or our individual life. Upasana, puja, all of them. उसमें सब आ जाते फिर योर जप, योर भजन, योर कीर्तन, सब उस उपासना में डाल दो. द फोर्थ वन, very essential part. Then comes the fifth one is nirantara shastra shravana and adhyayana, which we are doing whether we have done the earlier four or not. किया होता है तो ये effective होंगे, नहीं है तो then the basics are not correct. Therefore these exercises will be of less use. We can't say totally useless. कम से कम घर के लोग खुश है कि जब हम क्लास में बैठे 1 घंटा झंझट नहीं है. Fifth one is our nirantara shastra shravana adhyayana. Then comes the last one is our internal sadhanas of manana, chintana, nididhyasana. Manana means what we have studied, reflecting. Chintana is after reflection. Once the knowledge is understood, then it's what do you call? Its actuality or reality is being contemplated upon. Its authenticity, its applicability, its utility. उसको करना है क्या contemplation. And in that, slowly entering into meditation after all conviction about our own essential self. This is the sixth thing which we have to do. Straight away, sixth mein jao without earlier 5, it won't happen. Like try to do Sanyama of Mana, of Dharana Dhyana Samadhi without doing Yama Niyama Asana Prana Pratyahara. Nahi hota. So, we want directly to do that one. Like I want to directly become MLA and MP. अरे भाई उसके लिए कुछ एक क्वालिफिकेशन होना है. देशभक्ति, धर्म भक्ति, प्रजा भक्ति, सेवा का इच्छा. Without that, कुछ ना कुछ, because I have a lot of money, therefore I throw it and they will give ticket and I throw money for publicity. I become MP and sit in the parliament knowing nothing, doing nothing for the प्रजा. ऐसा नहीं होता. Business. If you want to start business, but do you know ethics of business? The first purpose of business is to develop the finance of the country and to give the good quality goods to the people. Then third one is your profit. You start business only for your profit, basically only you are wrong. And you live your life like that only. हमेशा मुझे क्या profit मिल रहा है? When that becomes predominant, your quality of products, etc. will be not good. It will only trouble the people. Government will not get benefited. Intention itself is wrong. Basic. Anyway, so in this way, spirituality is not a khel, not a time pass. It is a 24 hours job throughout many lives till Paramatma is achieved. Are we ready for this sacrifice? Are we ready for this? Then enter. Otherwise, time pass. दिल बहलाने के लिए आदिशंकर भगवान के ख्याल या आदि भगवान व्यास जी के सुन लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता, isn't it? So a sound spirituality calls for full taking care of all these 6 aspects. The dharma, the seva, the upasana adi, values, then our nirantara shastra shravana adhyayana, then manana chintana ध्यान. और उसके लिए इतना लगाना पड़ता है जिंदगी को, माइंड को, इट कैनॉट गो एनीवेयर. Any high level of work when you do, at the level of scientific investigation, you can't put your mind any other place. उसी में लगाना पड़ता. Truly they show us when a scientist working in lab, his face is so serious, so introverted, because he's attending only on to the work, scientific investigation. He can't think about anything else. Spirituality का भी ऐसा ही होता है. So let us pray and try that our whole personality and mood becomes of that sort. That everything is selected and deleted from our life, other than Paramatma Prapti. Isn't it? Inside. Outside थोड़े से ड्यूटीज होते हैं, चलो ठीक है, होते हैं. The outer duties are never obstruction to our sadhana. Remember, our inner non-management only is a problem. And देखो the latest thing which we are studying in Ramayana, Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, the 27th sarga is this only. Nishreyasa virodhi bhava anityata pratipadana. It is inside, not outside. Outside, whatever duties you do. राम जी के लिए बाहर कोई ड्यूटी है ही नहीं. He is not appointed anywhere. Relax. But the moment he gets a wisdom, then all outer duties he does. His whole life is only for duty. धर्म संस्थापन के लिए ये उनका अवतार हुआ. May Lord bless us in the clarity of all this, and with that clarity and conviction, perfectly involving in all our sadhanas, inner and outer, let us enjoy that relaxed mood. Relaxation, because whatever is to be done is thoroughly, perfectly being done. Most of the tensions in our life are because of the wrong goal, because the wrong means, because of inability to do the things correctly. Those anxieties, those tensions create the worries in us. अगर मुझे गोल पता है, साधना पता है, परफेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, what's the problem? Like you can see that restless drivers of the car, relaxed drivers of the car. Fellow is restless, if he is very new, he is afraid of the people, doesn't know where to go or go, the road he doesn't know properly. वो हर बार ब्रेक लगाएगा, जंप कराएगा गाड़ी. But the one who is little matured, how wonderfully he drives the car. पता ही नहीं चलता, without any jerks, proper turns, stops. Relaxed he will be. He may drive for 6 hours, but no sign of tiredness. That is a perfection ka, like Gurudev. 18 hours per day working, but no sign of tiredness. Because he knows what he is doing for and what he is doing. And perfectly doing. Wow, what a masterly expression. We have seen God in performance, in manifestation. So let us not neglect our human life and its opportunity. Let us aim at definitely growing spiritually. And for that, let us understand the need of all these essential aspects to be taken care of. And let us be mindful on them. And in this vigor exercise, when we live for 1 to 3 years, all unwanted things from the heart and outer world, they just go away. क्योंकि उनको अब टाइम दे रहे हो, इसलिए वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. एंड वाई टाइम दे रहे हो? क्योंकि इसके लिए टाइम नहीं दिया था. अब when we give time for it, where is the time for to attend all the classes throughout the day and no time for other things? I mean, one by one class you are leaving, then so many things have become important. This is losing the importance. That's what happens. ऐसी तरह माया लुढ़का देती है हमको, है ना? पकड़ना पड़ता है, not to fall. ओम 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 सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यंकरवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. एरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो द्रुतमेव विधेहि कृपां सहजां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यविमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन कैवल्य प्राप्ति सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्धानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्र अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदे श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ श्री आदिशङ्करकृत सम्बन्धभाष्यम्। Friends, okay, yesterday we saw Ninda Sambandha Bhashya from Brahma Purana. What was that? Paratra bandhagarah syat tesham atmabhimaninam atma bhavanaya bhrantya deham bhavayatam sada. See, bhrantya with delusion, deham atma rupena bhavayata. When the sharira is taken as an atma, here anyway we are destroying this opportunity of life. But paratra, even future lives also, we are sowing seeds for bandha agaraha. अब देखो सरासर बेवकूफी. Human life is given for us to get liberated here and hereafter and forever by doing the adhyatmic sadhana. Instead of that, by identifying the dehadi upati, in that way we are living, by which this life anyway we are bound, and we are sowing the seeds or making a blueprint for the definite binding of future lives also. Understood? Therefore, what is the caution given by the Shruti Mata here? Live life in such a way that इस जन्म में भी अगले जन्म में मुक्ति का ही कोशिश करना, not get bound. If you live the life not for Paramatma, only at the grass level, then you are be assured that next life also will be bound on. That's the meaning of parasya. Parasya means in the next life. Bandha agara syat, you'll be lost in the bondages only. When tesham, to those people, atma abhimaninam, who are identified here, atma means the body. Atma abhimaninam, atma bhavanaya bhrantya. And with delusion, having the bhavana as if it is a self. With what? Deham, bhavayatam and sada. Every moment our thinking actions are based only on dehosmi. That's the problem, how much our shastras we do, upasanas we do. Basically, our attitude to ourselves, what is there? Have I come to the level that I am the jiva pursuing the Paramatma Tattva? Not now when somebody is speaking and we are listening for those 10-15 seconds. Throughout the life, मैं जीव हूँ, आत्म प्राप्ति के लिए शरीर में आया हूँ, ये 100% पक्का होना है. Like I am a doctor, I am seated in this chamber to treat the patients. 100%. Having seated there in the chamber, you cannot be a lover worried about the beloved. Then you give the wrong injection to patient, they'll die. Operation theater में गए तो you can't worry about your fighting with your wife or husband. You will not do that operation. You have to do it only 100%. In the same way, Ham Jivosmi, I am trying for the Aham Brahmasmi. If that is not there, then Aham Devasmi. Then Paratra also, we are creating Bandhagara. Now we have this entire Mandukya Upanishad is summarized in two shlokas in these two mantras by this great rishi of this Upanishad, that Purana. What is it, you know? Aprajnam adimadhyantaihi brahmabhutaihi trivihi sada जागर स्वप्न सुषुप्तैस्तु छादितं विश्वतैजसम. देखो, as a Vishwa Tejasa Prajna, we are covering our own essential self by living our life at the Jagra Swapna Sushupti Sthai because our Tadatmyamita Stula Sukshma Karana Shariro. चली रहा है for janma janma together. Now, if this most powerful important thing is not understood, then we have not understood spirituality only. Then what do we do? Anything, everything. We do only again in the Stula Sukshma Sharira leveled Jagra Swapna only. अरे भैया हमको जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति मीन्स व्हाट स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण शरीरों को पार करना है. विश्व तेज प्राज्ञ नामक जीवत्व को पार करना है. हमको वो कॉन्शियस सेल्फ को पकड़ना है जो इन सब में व्याप्त है और किसी से लिप्त नहीं है. बट दिस आवर वेरी डीप रूटेड स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण देह तादात्म्यास push us only to live life as a Vishwadesa Prajna in Jagra Swapna Sushupti. Isn't it? Then when will we have that transcendental Turiyanubhuti? तो वो कहते हैं यहाँ दो श्लोकों में कि आप्रज्ञम आदि मध्यांत ही ब्रह्मभूत ही त्रिभिः सदा. And all these three upadhis are delusory created only. Then Jagar Swapna Sushuptaistu Chaditam. है ना? विश्वदेश प्राज्ञ के कारण जागृत सुषुप्ति अनुभवों के कारण तुर्य कवर्ड है, आच्छादित हो गए. देन व्हाट टू डू? टू थिंग्स वेरी पावरफुल, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी यूजफुल, वेरी हेल्पफुल. ये अगर क्लिक हो गए ना फिर से बहुत बढ़िया हमको मदद मिलेगा. व्हाट इज इज समाया समात्मानम मोहेद द्वैत रूपया. So you tell to yourself, I am telling to myself. What is that? I with my own Maya have deluded myself with this Dvaita. What is Dvaita? Other than Paramatma, I am Jiva, and as a Jiva, I am Vishuddha, is a Prajna. And as a Vishwa, I am a waker, this. And as a Tayasa, in the dream, I am this. And as a Prajna, in the Nidra, I am this. Main point is what? Swamayaya Swamatmanam Mohayet. First, take that, the fact into the heart that I myself got myself deluded by my own Maya. Nobody, even Ishvara कारण नहीं, उन्होंने माया को रखा वहां, लेने को नहीं बोला. Unless we become or take responsibility for our own bondage, the second aspect of we taking responsibility for our liberation can never start. And only after I take my responsibility of my liberation, that the help of the Guru or the gods, everything can be sought for and received and used. किसके लिए ये गुरु सेवा या भगवद उपासना क्या कहते हैं ना applicable है? For whom? Not for those stupid things or ignorant people. कि when I do upasana to God and Guru, then they will do my sadhana. इस भावना से जो कर रहे हैं उनके लिए नहीं है वो. साधना मुझे ही करना है, सिद्धि मुझे ही पाना है, बट आई नीड हेल्प, आई नीड द ब्लेसिंग्स, आई नीड द एम्पावरमेंट. फॉर दैट आई एम वर्शिपिंग देम. Those who have this clarity, for them there is a meaning in the upasana, seeking blessings of Guru and God. Very clearly it is said. First aspect is Samaya Samatmanam Mohet Dvaita Rupaya. I have deluded myself with my own Maya, in which I separated myself from being the self into Jiva. And as a Jiva, Vishwata is a Prajna in Jagra Sapna Sushupti through Sula Sukshma Karana Dehas. And in the Jagrata Avastha, endless samsara continuously I am creating. And I who study the Shastra, living sadhana, seeing me, others should get inspired. Instead of that, I studying Shastra, deciding myself to be sadhana, yet I leave the sadhana, looking at and getting influenced by the other stupid worldly people of samsara. अब इससे बड़ा मूर्खता तो है नहीं मूर्खता मुझे देखकर लोग साधक बनना है ना नॉट दैट मैं साधक उनको देखकर संसारी बनूं the other ignorance where we have to correct ourselves. This topic is coming in which text? Again, Tripura Rahasyam. It is tempting so much to talk on that. क्या क्या बोलो हेमचूड़ा हेमलेखा हेमचूड़ को मनुष्य जन्म is so rare. Use it for the ultimate. Don't get misguided by outside people. Okay, now problem understood. Solution also. What is it? Ki guhagatam samatmanam labate cha swayam harim. So guhagatam samatmanam harim swayam labate. Underline this point. Guhagatam means the one who is staying in our own cave of heart. Samatmanam, one's our own self, who is called as Hari for our upasana sake and to bring our attention to his presence. That Lavet, one has to try and get it for himself. And every even microorganism also, finally it will have to discover the self in it, then only there is a mukti for it. But because it is in ignorance, it goes on doing outer things for millions and millions of lives. In that evolution only, that one cell organism is now called as human being, that is you and me. I am Jiva, evolved from that to this now. No, as a human being is a perfect opportunity experimentation. जैसे ना वो सांप और सीढ़ी वाला गेम में एक सीढ़ी वाला जो होता है लकीली वो नंबर वहां गिरता है ना 20-30 नंबर आप ऊपर जाते हो Isn't it? एक पॉइंट तो होता है वेयर 69 और 75 अगर वो लग गया तो सीधा यू आर इन 98 बस 99 के सांप को आप पार करोगे तो यू आर इन द 100 इट्स कॉल्ड परमपद सोपान पटम इट्स ए संस्कृत गेम शास्त्रों में है वो परमपद सोपान सोपाना सीढ़ियां परमपद मीन्स मोक्ष के लिए हो and all that snake ladder game has pure spiritual Vedantic meaning. There, wherever the snakes are there, it is not just like a game, which are at that evolutionary level, the negative qualities will attack if we succumb to them, how we fall down. Exactly this is the topic. Today or maybe tomorrow, we are going to study in our Yoga Darshanam also. As you grow in your spirituality or yoga sadhana, how all the devatas tempt you for the bhoga, and if you yield, you get destroyed. Today or tomorrow, the topic will come. In the same way, जहाँ भी सीढ़ियाँ हैं, that is the place where these are the good qualities. They are available there. If you really take them, immediately your growth will be vertical only. That is the game of the Paramapada Sopana Patam. In the same way, in life also. Not succumbing, keeping on growing. So here he says, Sam Atmanam Hridayastam Harima. What is said here? Lavatecha Swayam. Every organ will grow, but human life में consciously effort लगा के ज़्यादा तरक्की करने का चांस होता है. In fact, in human life, from the childhood only, truly, genuinely, you totally dedicated that one life is enough for one to get Atmanubhuti. That's so many have done. Went to the Guru, stayed with him only, got the Jnanam, went on doing sadhana, reached the God without allowing any type of worldliness to enter because they never entered only into the world. Beautiful, no? So I deluded myself with my Maya and I am now trapped into the Dvaita Jagat of Samsara. And again, awareness is in me that I have to do my own sadhana and recognize. And what is the clarity here? Swamatmanam hrudistam harim. In my own heart, the pure self, who is for the upasana sake earlier called as Hari outside, he is in my own heart as a self. Recognizing him, mukti. Some places called as Gunatita, some places called as Avastatrayatita, some places Dihatrayatita, some places Panchakoshatita, some places called as Drushya Rahita Drukswarupa. Each one of are the techniques taking us to the same self in the heart. So, Guhagatam Swamatmanam Lavatecha Swayam Hari. Now, after listening to this sentence, let us see in our heart, has this thought come? It is me who is responsible for my bandhana so far, nobody else. It is me who is responsible for my moksha so far, nobody else. And for that moksha, I have to discover the Guhagata Atmavastu. Therefore, first I have to come out of the outer world, then I have to come to my own personality layers. Here also, from the grosser to the subtler, I have to keep on traveling. And then go beyond even the Vijnanamaya Kosha there by passing the Anandamaya, reaching to the core of the heart called as my own real self. कितनी स्पष्टता है देखो इन पुराणों के शब्दों में. Very lovingly said. That is why millions of jivas, every guru and expiration of God is so kind. They want every jiva to get moksha. But no God, no guru can give moksha to any jiva unless that jiva does sadhana told by the guru and God. Like Krishna gave knowledge to Arjuna, but Arjuna did not realize immediately. He had the immediate job of fighting the war. After winning, then had to support his brother, protecting his father. ये सब कर करके जब अर्जुन अंतर्मुख हो गया तभी उनको मुक्ति मिली. That is why the knowledge, liberation, all of them are not given, they are taken. Even though if they are given, if you don't take, then they are not taken. You know, even though when they are not given, if you are qualified to take, then you will be given. But onus is on us only. I have to search out my own inner self for my moksha. I am the cause of my own bondage. Think many thoughts are there in this connection. I'll not develop that now. Next one. Examples. Vyomni Vajranalajvala Kalapo Vividha Krutihi Abhati Vishno Srushtischa Swabhavo Dvaita Vistaraha. Vyomni in the Akasha Vajra Anala Jvala Kalapaha. The Vajra means that bright, brilliant fire of the lightning with different shapes it appears. These examples will come again in our Advaita Anubhuti also. They to plenty of times it will come in our Yoga Vasishta when the Guru starts teaching. Himalaya teaching में भी ये बात है. And Mandukya also we are seeing. Every chapter, even Gita also. मजा है. सारे 6 texts these are going on. Topic talking same subject. So in the Akasha, just like the lightning with different shapes, etc. are seen, supported with the Akasha for a micro moment. Vyomni Vajra Anala Jvala Kalapaha Vividhakritihi. In the same way, Abhati Vishnoho Srushtischa. In the same way, from the Vishnu only, the Srushtis Abhati appears. So, Swabhavaha Dvaita Vistaraha. The entire Dvaita Vistruti is the Swabhava of the God. So, don't ask why this Dvaita. It is Swabhava of the God. But from our side, when we are lost in that Dvaita, we will suffer the pains of samsari. Luckily, we have a chance to transcend the Dvaita and discover the Ekameva Dvayam Paramatma and get into moksha. Focus on that one. Neither we should get caught up in the Dvaita, nor we should question the God. तुमने क्यों बनाया सृष्टि मेरे को फंसाने को? ये तो उनका स्वभाव है. इसलिए डोंट ब्लेम हिम. एंड हम फंस गए इसमें तो संसारी बनते हैं. देखो, लकीली देयर इज ए चांस फॉर अस टू गेट आउट. इफ दिस वाज नॉट देयर कि भगवान अपने स्वभाव से द्वैत बनाया एंड द जीवास आर हेल्पलेस विक्टिम्स ऑफ इट, देयर इज नो चांस फॉर देम टू गेट मोक्ष, देन क्या करें, हम फंस ही गए. बट दिस इज नॉट द केस. Millions of rishis have proved that this need not be the lot. Every jiva can, through spiritual sadhana, get out of this Dvaita Bandhanam by experiencing the Advaita Atmanubhuti. When every jiva is potentially capable, that jiva is me only. So let me try for myself. So with this shloka, what Bhagavan is hinting therefore, referring to Purana, he don't worry about Dvaita Jagat. Don't get caught up in that. Don't blame the God. He cannot but express as the Dvaita Jagat. That is his play. Isn't it? Please remember, ये जो अल्टीमेट स्पिरिचुअल प्रिंसिपल है, व्यवहार में उसका इतना ही इंपॉर्टेंस है. एवरीवेयर लाइक द वाइफ, शी इज लाइक दैट, दैट्स इट. दिस इज हर स्वभाव. हाउ टू डील एंड नेगोशिएट इज इन योर हैंड्स. ओके नहीं? फॉर यू टू लर्न these arts only, the Lord came in the form of that wife. You can't question her, you can't change her. You should learn the art, how to negotiate. So too, husband is like that. स्वभाव है उनका. फिर स्वभाव उसी को कहते हैं जो बदलता नहीं. Then you negotiate. No, 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 I can't tolerate. Then you leave and go. Be happy and me, let me also happy. You understood? स्वभाव हर एक बंदे को अंदर से बदलना होता है अच्छा बनने के लिए. इन व्यवहार है एवरीवेयर. माय बॉस कोल्ड्स, इज एंग्री फेलो, इज परफेक्शनिस्ट. His स्वभाव is like that. You tune to him. And don't we say this कि this is my स्वभाव, everybody should tune to me. वही तो हम करते हैं. और same thing with others we don't want to accept. देखो, in this world everybody is स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते. Everybody is working according to their स्वभाव. गीता में तो क्लियरली करते हैं. प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः. And it's a स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते. ना दत्ते कश्चित् पापम् and all that. Everybody daily स्वभाव they are working. We cannot change other स्वभाव. We only have to mold ourselves to save ourselves in this world. And more than that, no other purpose. Purpose is only Paramatma. Wonderful is स्वभावः द्वैत विस्तरः. ये द्वैत का कुछ पूछो मत, ये भगवान का स्वभाव है. बस उसे कैसे बाहर निकलना, परमात्मा को पकड़ना, वो सोच लो. नेक्स्ट वन इज वन कि शांते मनसि शांतश्च घोरे मूढ़े च तादृशः ईश्वरो दृश्यते नित्यं सर्वत्र न तु तत्त्वतः. See, the Ishvara in the Shanta Manasa, in the Shanta Rupa, Ghora Manasa, Ghora Rupa, Mudha Manasa, Mudha Rupa is always expressing and seen and accepted. Natu Tattvataha. One cannot see the Ishvara Tattvataha. When we are seeing through the Upadi, when we ourselves go beyond the Upadi, then we see the Ishvara as the Vishnu or Atma in our heart. It's again a big topic. It needs some 15-20 minute का explanation. Paramatma with his own Maya appearing as Shanta, Ghora and Mudata. सत्व रजस तमो गुण परमात्मा ही उस रूप में है. बट हमें रजस तमस में फंसना होता है, नहीं फंसना. Sattva will liberate us, so therefore allow the sattva to grow in us. The last one is what? Oh, not last one. थोड़ा है कि लोह मृत पिंड हेमनाम च विकारो न च विद्यते चराचराणाम भूतानाम द्वैतता न च सत्यतः. देखो, लोह मृत पिंड हेमनाम. लोहा, the metal, iron, etc., with which so many of the metal things are made. Mrutpinda is the mud with which lots of pots, etc. are made. Hemnaha, the gold with which ornaments are made. These three basic material of the metal, the mud and the gold, उनमें विकार नहीं है, विकार न विद्यते. Then whatever the vikara is seen, only is projected. That second sentence, after saying that there is no vikara in it, therefore all the vikaras in the form of different metals made out of the material made out of the metal, like iron है तो axe बना दिया, एक crowbar बना दिया, whatever. They, as well as with the mud, the pots, etc., with the gold ornaments, they are all kalpita only, because the original में विकार नहीं. That second sentence, that the seen vikaras are kalpita, we have to add. The main thing is said that they don't have vikara, the basic things. The substratums like loha, mrutpinda, hema don't have vikara. It means all the vikaras are superimposed. After that, in the same way, characharanam bhutanam dvaitata nacha satyataha. Therefore, all the charachara beings are in the dvaita, that is never truth. So here, therefore, the truth is that which is ekameva advayam, that is not said, we have to add it. एग्जाम्पल में एक कहा एक छोड़ा, मेन पॉइंट में भी एक कहा एक छोड़ा, तो जो छोड़ा उसको हमें पकड़ना है. इन द एग्जाम्पल व्हाट इज सेड, द बेसिक सब्सटेंशियल सबस्ट्रेटम मटेरियल्स ऑफ लोहा, मृत्पिंड एंड हेमा, इन दैट देयर इज नो विकार. Therefore, whatever the ornamentation or vesselness or instrumentation that is there on of them, they are all only modification vikara kalpita. Secondly, therefore the entire Dvaita Jagat mein there is no Satyata means that is Kalpita. Then the substratum beyond that, the Paramatma, is the reality. He is not Kalpita, he is not with any Vikara. In that way, this shloka has to be understood. Then Sarvagetu Niradhare Chaitanyatmane Samstita Avidya Dvigunam Srushtim Karotyatma Avalambanat. That's what. Taking the avalambana of the Paramatma only, the Paramatma's Maya Shakti only does the Vidambana of the Dvaita. Therefore, the Dvaita is Maya Krita only, Advaita is Paramartataha. In the Maya Krita Dvaita only there is samsara. Neither we can come out of the samsara, nor we can come out of the Dvaita, nor we can come out of the Maya by putting our efforts on them. Then how do we avoid all this? When we attend to the Advaita Atma. So our goal should be to realize the Advaita Atma. Automatically these things go away. In this way, this Upanishad will further guide us. Let us say it. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantari. Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Don't miss the classes.